Let's talk a little bit about this this driver. I don't want to bring it up. There's been a lot of talk about this driver from Colorado, or that came off the Colorado mountain and crashed, and I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but I feel like there's some things that haven't been said, and I'd like to share them. I've been asked by numerous individuals to share my thoughts and opinions on that, and I hope you take it the same way. Please understand, these are just my thoughts and my opinions. Hopefully somebody will learn something from the video in some way, shape, or form. I am a pre-CDL driver, owner-operator slash motor carrier, and I have millions and millions of accident-free miles by the safety and God's hand of safety, and I hope to have many more. I have been in DC countless times. Sometimes I was there on a monthly basis. I've met with numerous government agencies, including the FMCSA, the DOL, Department of Labor, and various other ones. I've met with countless legislators. I've been all over the Hill, both the House and the Senate side, met with safety advocate groups, and so on and so forth. I'm quite familiar with DC. I was there fighting for truckers' rights, fighting over regulation in the trucking industry, and for the safety of the trucking industry as well, the safety of drivers, and trying to promote safety in every way possible. It's very tough when you do that. You bring reality to a swamp. You bring reality to a money-filled, wicked swamp, and that is, you really don't stand a chance. They were presented with data-driven solutions is what they asked for, and they were presented with data-driven solutions on numerous, on at least several topics and issues that were discussed, and they rejected them. So to say the FMCSA is about safety is very difficult at best. That being said, the ATA is right there by their side. Anytime somebody comes and talks safety, or tries to bring some brains to the industry, the ATA is there to shoot them down and pay the FMCSA off, and squelch it. So with that being said, this driver, I don't know much about the driver. I don't know his ethnicity. I don't know where he's from. I don't care where he's from. It doesn't matter to me. I know there's a lot of people screaming racist, 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 but there is only one human race, so to me racism doesn't exist technically. So his ethnicity doesn't matter to me. I do know that his English is poor as far as speaking it. Whether he understands it is I don't know, but speaking it is very difficult for him, which according to 49 CFR 391.11 2B, I think it is, talks how to obtain a CDL you must speak fluent English. Basically that's what it says. You can look it up in the FMCSA rules and regulations book, but it's there, and more than likely he didn't even know that was illegal for him to obtain a CDL if he couldn't speak fluent English. I just want to be quite certain that I think that's where he's at. He probably had no idea that was even in there, along with pretty much everything else, because it didn't appear to look like he had much training at all, or much knowledge at all with anything that pertained to a commercial motor vehicle, or be driving a commercial motor vehicle, which we've all seen the videos, and I'm not going to go into that. What could have, should have been, never was, or it happened. What happened, it's sad, it's a tragedy, and what he should be sentenced with, I will give my opinion at the end of the video here. I will give my assessment and who I think should be held accountable, and all that. Now, as far as the FMCSA, one of the meetings I had with FMCSA was who's policing the entry-level driver training that's already in place. and that was back in 2018, I believe, or 2019. It was prior to them introducing the ELDT 2020 mandate. And their answer was a classic canned answer. Basically, we know we have a problem. It's a situation we're working on, and we know we're limited with our employees, with the number of employees that we have. So it's something that we're working on, and blah 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 blah, BS. Period. So when the ELDT 2020 was introduced, it was something that I was a strong supporter of. I was promoting it. It was something that was going to hold, there was going to be more accountability involved with the training, the way the training was conducted, and tracking it back, and who trained and where they got their training, what school it was, who the officers or the individuals were that signed off on their CDL, on their training, who passed them, and so on and so forth. Excellent steps in the right direction. So as luck would have it, or as it goes with the ATA, the American Trucking Association, who claims they represent the entire trucking industry, which they don't. They don't represent me. They don't represent more than about 17 or 18% of the trucking industry, a very small percentage. And out of that percentage, the majority of their members are mega carriers like JB Hunt, Schneider, Warner, all them, mega fleets, okay? These mega fleets get government funding to train drivers, new hires, okay? They're funded by the government to train these new drivers, these new hires. And the majority of people don't understand that is even existing, but it does exist, and it is happening, and it's a cash cow for the carriers. The carriers then turn around and charge the drivers thousands of dollars for training, and hold very little to no responsibility or investment on the part of the drivers. They just say, hey, you can drive for us and we'll train you and we'll take it out of your pay. So excuse me, with that being said, that's a cash cow. It's big revenue for the carriers to pump these drivers through driver mills, puppy mills, if you will, driver mills, and to run them through, because there's money in that. There's money in that. The trainers that are training these youngsters aren't even really, shouldn't even be qualified to train. They don't even have the experience they need to train. Some of them shouldn't even be driving trucks themselves. But they're pushing them through because they're getting money. The more they can pump through, the more they can graduate, the more they can sign off on, yes, he or she's ready to have a truck and hit the road, the more money they make. It's sick. It's not about safety at all. It's about money. Big money. Big money. In fact, the revenue they get from that is probably more than what they get from the freight that they haul. And so obviously when they hear about the ELDT 2020, they're not going to be happy about it. So who are they going to go to? They're going to go to their lobby group, which is the ATA. The ATA, they'll go to the FMCSA and say, hey, this is exactly what they did. We can't do this. You need to push this back, because the carriers can't afford this. No, they can't afford it. It's about them losing money, not about having to spend money. It's about them losing millions of dollars in revenue. So the FMCSA pushes it back. The one thing that the FMCSA could have done to show us that they are remotely about safety, they postponed and pushed back. Didn't make a lot of us happy at all. But it happened. So I say all that to say this. This driver that crashed, he's a product of the government system. He is a direct product of the system. The ATA, the FMCSA, the USDOT, the DOL, the carrier that hired him, whoever gave him his CDL, signed off on it, trained or didn't train him, has blood on their hands. They are the ones who need to be held accountable. They are the ones who need to be put to the fire. There's 5 million signatures. There was. That's a lot of signatures. A lot of signatures. That's powerful. Numbers is powerful in DC. I wouldn't put it past the FMCSA to have called the governor of Colorado and said, hey, we've got 5 million signatures, you need to do something. Just give him 10 years and they'll go away. The 5 million will go away. Remember, I know how DC works. Not in everything, but I'm betting that's exactly what happened. They went away. The governor did just that. The 5 million disappeared. It's a win, right? Win-win. No, it's a loss. You guys lost. It was a total loss and a waste of time and money, because those 5 million signatures weren't about safety and weren't about change like they said they were. No, it was about reducing the sentence 100 years. And they're gone. And it's all gone now. It's done. It's over. You guys lost. Miserably. You guys need to understand, these 5 million people need to come back, and they need to fight like everything. They need to go and fight for safety. They need to hold the USDOT, the DOJ, the DOL, the DOL, the ATA, the USDOT, FMCS, all them guys, they need to hold them accountable for what they did. Because remember, there's hundreds of thousands of more drivers just like this driver out here on the roads right now around us. It will happen again. It will. It's just a matter of when. And it could be your family next time. It could be your family. It's going to be somebody's family. So my assessment, the way I think it should go, I would be very happy. And again, my thoughts, my opinions, I would be 100% okay if they dropped all charges against the driver. Never let him obtain a CDL ever, or maybe even a license. He'll be fine. He'll have a $1 million book deal or a movie deal or something. He'll be fine. Never let him obtain a CDL again, drive truck, anything, maybe even not a car. Okay? Take it away from him. And charge all these other groups and organizations, USDOT, FMCSA, ATA, the trucking company, those who trained him, signed off on his CDL, all those, make them pay the 10-year prison term or 100-year prison term. It's time we start holding the right people accountable. We can't keep pacifying the situation and letting Tylenol come in and take over. No, this is it. It's time you get to the root and you fight for what's right. You hold them accountable. You get to the root of the problem and you fix it from there. Where are these 5 million people? I challenge all of you 5 million to come back out and watch this video, make this video go viral, do whatever you want to do with it. Get involved and fight like hell to abolish the ATA, to abolish the FMCSA. Every one of them swamp creatures in DC, they're doing no good. They have blood on their hands, and for the victims of the families that died, I'm truly sorry. I can't imagine, but get involved. Hold these guys accountable. These are the people who are guilty. These are the people who are responsible for that driver that day and everything that happened. They're responsible for what happened. They are guilty. Hold them accountable. Get out and fight for safety so it doesn't happen again. If you're truly concerned about that and you think justice needs to prevail and be done, then you need to get up, you need to do something, you need to get off your ass, and you need to fight. And you need to fight like hell, and don't quit, because 5 million people is a lot of people, and that's power. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You can delete it, you can run with it, share it. I hope you learned something from it. I hope something good comes from it. And reach out to me if you have any questions about it, and I'd be happy to discuss anything. And have a great year. I hope it's going to be a great year. And it's time to get back trucking. Y'all have a good day.